Today, I'm gonna show you a community in central McKinney that's never ever before shown in YouTube, where floor plans start in the mid 500s and property taxes is only 1.77% with no PID or no mud. Let's go check it out. Before you enter the home, you notice this long front porch. You've got the windows to the room over here and a lot of this beautiful stonework going on. And there's really nice 8-foot front door, and you've also got a window over there on the top. Let's go check out the inside. Very nice. The first thing you notice as soon as you enter the home is this really long hallway, and you get a little bit of glimpse of the kitchen, dining, and the living space. This is a single-story floor plan, roughly 2,200 square feet, and it's got 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. And the first bedroom is as soon as you enter the home over here. Let's go check it out. This floor plan does not have a study office space, so they've set this up as an office space, but this is actually a bedroom. You've got a closet and you have an ensuite bathroom. We're gonna see that in a minute. Very nice. It's a decent sized bedroom. You've got a lot of light coming from here, 2 big windows, and then you've got a step-in closet. It's a decent sized step-in closet. This is kind of the space you've got. You've got standard shelf and railing. Let's go check out the ensuite bathroom. Very nice. So far as we entered the home, they had luxury vinyl plank flooring, but over here, as soon as you enter the bathroom, we've got great tiles, and you've got a nice vanity. You've got standard cabinets and a decent sized bathroom. You've got a bathtub. It's really nice to have at least 1 bathtub in your home, especially if you have kids or in case you have guests visiting who have kids. It's really helpful. And since that bedroom has an ensuite bathroom, it's perfect if you have guests visiting, if you have older parents. Of course, this is a single-story floor plan, so you don't have to worry about older parents having to climb the 2nd floor, but it's really nice for them. So I normally consider that as a VIP suite. And right next to that, we've got a powder room as well. Really nice. I love this black countertop. And they've got the same gray tiles that they have on the floor as a backsplash. Very nice. And you kind of see this in all their toilets. They have this cabinet built in and a standard toilet. Nothing fancy about that. And then with this floor plan, because it's a single story floor plan, you see a lot of these big walls that you have opportunities to showcase artwork. Very nice. You'll see that over there. You'll see that here as well, in that wall, and then in the other wall as well. But then let's take a look at this beautiful open floor plan. You've got your kitchen, you've got your dining space, and you've got the living space. And I'm still walking and walking and walking and walking and walking and walking and walking. It's pretty good. It's a long, really long floor plan because it's a single-story floor plan and it is wide. Usually these single-story floor plans are kind of narrow, but this is nice and wide and feels spacious. Over here you have a laundry and 2 bedrooms. We'll take a look at that. And over there you have the other 2 bedrooms, and one of which is your master. Let's quickly check out the laundry space and the 2 bedrooms over here. Very nice, decent laundry space. You've got cabinets built in here. They're not too high where you can't reach, so that's nice. With this, you get standard appliances here. You get your dishwasher, oven, microwave. Refrigerator, washer, dryer is not part of the standard package, but they give you something else to compensate for it. Hang tight till the end. We'll talk about all the incentives. We'll talk about 3 things, and that is the insider truth that I will share with you. We'll talk about convenience, selection, and affordability. So hang tight. And that's how we shop for our customers as well. Anytime you're looking for a home, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We look at convenience for you. We look at the various selections available for you and affordability, and which includes incentives and things like that while we shop homes for you. You have all our information below. Call, text, or click on the link to get on a Zoom call with me with no obligation to buy or sell or even see homes. And over here, similar to the bathroom, the flooring switches to tile. And on this side, you've got a little mudroom area, which is nice as well. So you can get all your shoes down there and hang your coats and anything else, and more storage. I really love it. Let's quickly check out the garage. Very nice. So this is a 2-car garage. You could opt to get, as one of the incentives, if you're building this home ground up, you could choose to get free epoxy flooring for your garage. And we'll talk more about those incentives later on, but that's a nice option you don't have to pay for. And right next to that, you've got 2 bedrooms and a full bath. Let's check out the bath. Similar to the one we saw when we entered. Very nice, very spacious, very similar style, beautiful vanity, nice standard cabinets. Here you've got another one here, right above your toilet. And this bathroom has a bathtub as well. Very nice. Let's check this out. This is the second bedroom we're looking at. Very, very nice. This one's got really high ceiling, so that's very helpful in single-story floor plans. If not, it kind of feels like you're boxed in. Very nice. And then you've got a lot of light coming in as well. So both of those make it just feel very spacious. So here they've set it up as a kid's bedroom with 2 beds here. As you can see, it's very spacious. Very nice. And then you've also got a step-in closet. Very nice. Your kids can share the space. You could split it right in the middle if you want. You can get very creative with that closet. And then they've also done some wall paneling work here. Gives a 3-dimensional effect to that wall. Very nice. Oh, what is this? You guys have to help me out with this wall art. I'm not an artist. I don't have a big taste for art. I'm still dabbling in that area. What's going on here? You've got a farm or a ranch. You've got little hills. And then that looks like a mountain because it's got plants over there, but it could also be a big wave. And you've got this person scuba diving. I don't know. How can all of that happen together? If you guys understand that art, let me know in the comments below. But here we are in the next bedroom. So this is the third bedroom. Very similar setup. It's nice and spacious. They've got high ceiling. You see there's a little bit of space here besides the bed and the side tables. A lot of light coming in through this window. So that plus the high ceiling makes it really nice. This one's not a double door step-in closet. This is more of a single door step-in closet. So one of the standard closets, but still spacious actually, you know. You see, it kind of feels like maybe it's only this much. It's small, but as soon as you enter, you're like, whoa, no, it's not. It's slightly bigger. So that's very nice. And if you're an East Coaster who's used to having basement for storage and other entertainment purposes, we don't have basements in Texas. You always have to keep an eye out for storage space when it comes to buying new construction home in Texas, because builders build all these beautiful floor plans, but not every builder is good at giving you enough storage options. And we will look out for you if you're shopping a home with us. Let's check out the kitchen. This is beautiful. I actually really like this open floor plan. Very nice, beautiful gray countertops. And this is actually a good size kitchen island. You know, you've actually got space for about 3 bar stools, bar chairs, maybe even one more 4. And then you've got quite a bit of storage down here. And you know what? You've got storage down here as well. Some builders don't want to spend the money to give you storage here. They'll make it look like doors, but it's not actually a storage. But it's nice you've got storage here too. I'm a sucker for storage space. And then you've got this is part of your standard appliance package. You get Frigidaire gallery, microwave, and double oven, and you get your dishwasher as well. And over here you've got your pantry, a good size pantry. If you take a look at it, I can walk in. This is kind of how big it is, and this is kind of how wide it is. It's a decent size, not too big, not too small for a house of this size. And I kind of really like this setup too. Same countertop as we saw on the kitchen island. You get Frigidaire gallery, stovetop, you get the vented hood. Instead of making this completely a wall, they kind of opened up this space with this little window, brings in a little bit more light. I kind of like that setup. Looks a little futuristic. I don't know a better way to describe that. I kind of love it. Very beautiful, and beautiful white backsplash as well. You've got standard cabinets. I think 42-inch uppers is what's standard here. And then you've got your dining space right next to it. And it's not like the space is crammed in any way, as you see. You know, there's good amount of walking space between your dining area and your kitchen island. So you can have 3 to 4 guests here. This is an 8-seater. So this is a big table. So just between your kitchen and your dining, and you're entertaining roughly about 12 guests spaciously. So if you have someone sitting on this chair and they're getting up, they're not banging on the guest behind you, or your family member sitting behind you. So very spacious. I really like the setup. Again, another big wall for artwork. By the way, model homes look beautiful because of all this artwork, all the decor that's going on in the house. So if you leave those walls empty, and those walls over there empty, and those walls over there empty, it may not look as pretty. By the way, 2 big windows, again, a lot of light. So this whole living space, it gets light from these 2 windows, and you've got really big sliding glass doors to your back patio and more glass windows on the top. So very nice. And check out the living space. Oh my God, beautiful. very nice TV fireplace area. They've got kind of the same gray tile going on throughout the home. It's an electric fireplace. They found a cabinet that fits here perfectly in this space. You could probably even do another one of that here. 2 cabinets on both sides of your TV area. It'll look perfect. And you've got what, at least a 3 to 4 seater, another 2. So you're talking about roughly 6 over here and about 12 between your dining and your kitchen island. So easy 18 people being entertained in this space very comfortably. And also with the flooring, a lot of builders usually end up doing very narrow planks. These are slightly wider planks, make the home look a lot more spacious, and also the lighter color. So really like this setup, very nice. And you've got high ceilings too for a single story. This is definitely not a 2-story height, you know, but it's still, for a single story, it's a very good height. Let's go check out the back patio. I love these large sliding doors, and you've got windows on the top, brings in a lot of natural light. Actually, if I can open this. No, what is going on? Yeah, finally. Let's go check out this back patio and the backyard. Very nice. So you get a covered back patio. You'd be surprised. There are some builders where you won't get a back patio at all. It's an option you'll have to get. Over here, you get a standard back patio, but as part of one of your incentives where, you know, earlier I said you could get an epoxy garage floor. Instead of that, you could choose to get an extended back patio. So when it comes to new construction, there are a lot of options like that. These are just 2 simple options. There are a lot of complex options. And that's where we come in and help simplify that for you, help you understand which customizations might be worth your money. Some custom features might be expensive to do it with the builder compared to doing it with an external contractor after you buy a house. So if you have any questions like that, don't hesitate to reach out to us, call, text, or click on the Zoom link below to get on a Zoom call directly with me with no obligation to buy, sell, or even look at homes with us. All right, so check this out. This patio is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 long steps. Very nice, very spacious. It's covered. You've got a couple of lights over there. Could probably even remove those recessed lights and do some drop lights. It'll be very nice. And check this out. This is a really good sized backyard. But between those 2 lot options, so that's part of your selection that we talked about, right? And we want to make sure that you have enough selections to choose from. So between these 2 lot options, they have anywhere from 7 to 8 different models for you to pick. All right, let's go head to the master. But before that, on the way to the master, you also have another closet. You have a coat closet over here, so that's nice, more storage space. Yes. And then, well, let's check out the primary bedroom. Very nice, beautiful. Check this out, guys. Got a good sized primary bedroom. You've got high ceilings. And as soon as we see a nice cushy bed like this, what do we feel like doing? Ta-da! Very nice. And then we'll fix it up as a good realtor. But very nice. As you can see, they've got a king size bed with 2 side tables. But even after all that, you got so much more space for me to just hang out. And then over here, you've got a very nice dresser. Actually, I'm digging this dresser. It's got this nice tabletop on it. Very nice. I might want to get one of this. Forget the home, let's get the dresser. Just kidding. But very nice. It's a really big dresser, and you see it's still very spacious. You don't feel like it's crammed in. And a good amount of space over here as well for you to walk. And on top of that, there's more space for a coffee corner. Sit here, read a book, enjoy a drink, and you're right next to 3 big windows bringing in a lot of light. So how do you make a room feel nice and spacious? You have high ceilings and you have a lot of windows bringing in a lot of light. That's the formula. It's perfect. Let's go check out the bathroom, your primary bathroom. You've got these nice double doors. This is very nice. So this is a interesting setup because it's not like a one long bathroom. You've got toilet here with a cabinet on the top. Very nice double vanity. A lot of space between the 2, so there's no elbowing going on. It's got a little space, I think like a makeup spot where you can put a little bench underneath it. And then on this side of the bathroom, so it's like an L shape. Over here, you've got a very nice slim bathtub, very modern looking. I'm really digging this. And you've got this big window bringing in a lot of light, and it's got a privacy. It's a privacy glass, so you can keep it open if you want to keep it open. Very nice shower. You've got tiles going all the way to the top. It's a decent sized shower, you know. You've got the same gray tiles that we saw previously going on here as well. And then check out your closet, your walk-in closet. Very nice. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5 steps. That's how long it is. It's pretty wide. A good sized closet. And also here in Texas, usually in your closet is where you have the connections for your internet and the wiring throughout your home. That's right here as well. All right, so now that we're done looking at all the rooms, let's go sit down and I'm going to give you the insider truth on convenience, selection, and affordability. I love this office, so I decided why not sit here and have a chat, talk about convenience, selection, and affordability. We are in central McKinney in this community called Pecan Hills by First Texas Homes. At the price points that we're going to talk about in a minute, usually homes are either northeast, northwest, either by Melissa or by Selena, and usually the commute times are quite long when it comes to communities up there. But this one is centrally located. You're right nearby a high school. You've got the Baylor Medical Center nearby, a lot of restaurants and shopping nearby. You don't really need to go anywhere for shopping, entertainment, and even your medical needs. There were quite a few other medical offices nearby besides the big Baylor Center. Given that it's centrally located, commute to Frisco and Plano, where a lot of big companies are moving in, is also a lot easier. And the HOA is roughly about $1,000. This community doesn't have any amenities within the community, but you've got all these options nearby. So really, who is this community best for? It's for someone who's trying to buy their first home, want a lot of space in their home for the money that they're paying, want to be in the McKinney, Frisco, Plano area, but do not want to pay top dollar. And commute is something top of your mind, and you don't really care for community amenities. You want to be in a nice home, and you want to be closer to retail and entertainment and other things. If that is you, this community would be a perfect fit for you. Let's talk about selection. With First Texas Homes in this community, they offer 50-foot lots, and the 50-foot lots, you have about 7 to 8 models you can pick from. One thing to note is most big box builders are semi-custom builders, so they don't really let you move things in the floor plan, like move a wall and do things like that. But with First Texas Homes, you have a little bit of flexibility there, and that's where we come in and we help you understand what are some changes that may be worth doing and help negotiate that with a builder. And also in terms of selection, they have both the option for you to either build ground up or buy a move-in ready home, usually in communities of this size. So let's talk about that too. This community is only about 64 lots, so it's a pocket community or a boutique community with just a handful of lots. They are currently in pre-sale for these lots. So when you're seeing this video, we're shooting this in September of 2025. You're probably one of the first few to hear about this community and about the deals here. So in a community this size with about just 64 lots, usually builders don't take the path of building ground up, especially at these price points, unless they are very luxury homes. They don't go down the path of custom homes, but here they're letting you do that. You can build ground up custom homes, or you can pick from one of their move-in ready homes. So let's talk about affordability. The model we are in right now is a single story, roughly 2,200 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. Is priced at $589,950. But in this community, the floor plans start all the way from the high 500s, going all the way to the low 700, which would be about 3,744 square feet. That's the price point for the home. And then on top of that, you have an HOA, which is $1,080. They have not finalized yet because they're still in the pre-sale phase for the lots. But one of the key things that a lot of people, especially if you're not from Texas or if you've never bought a home in Texas, forget to take into account are the property taxes. Property taxes in Texas is really one of the highest in the country. But the good part about buying a home in this community is we're talking about 1.77% tax rate. So it's sub 2%. In general, in DFW, all of DFW, we're usually talking north of 2%. So that's amazing. So one of the lowest tax rates, and it does not, and there is no mud or pit for this community. And if you don't know what a mud or pit is, don't hesitate to reach out to us. I'd be more than happy to help you understand that, help you understand property taxes in Texas. And you have all our information below. So that's the pricing, but let's talk about incentives, which help bring the cost down, right? If you're building ground up, your first incentive is you get a 30% discount on design and structural upgrades. And then number 2 is one of these 5 incentives. You can either get epoxy floors for your garage, or you could get an extended covered patio, or you can get a $5,000 Nebraska Furniture Mart gift card, or a $5,000 gift card for the First Texas Home Design Center, or you could just use that $5,000 towards your closing costs. That's the fun part. I love it. So that was your second incentive. And then you get $20,000 towards your closing costs, or you can use that to buy your interest rate down. And then the last incentive is you get $3,000 Nebraska Furniture Mart gift card. So you can buy your refrigerator, washer and dryer, or furniture, or anything else that you want for your home. If you're going to buy a move-in ready home, the best incentive really when it comes to move-in ready homes is the discounted price on the home. So if you compare the same floor plan on a move-in ready home versus building it ground up, when you build it ground up, it costs you a lot more to build it compared to what the builder is selling it to you move-in ready with the same options. So that's really the best deal. And that's where we come in. We help you understand those differences and how to save money. And number two, you get the $20,000 towards your closing costs, or you can get the lower interest rate starting all the way from 3.99%. And then number three is you get the $3,000 Nebraska Furniture Mart gift card. So that's the insider truth on the pricing, on this property, on the community, on the builder and the city. So if you're looking to buy a new construction home, if you're looking to move to Texas, give us a call, shoot us a text. You have all our information below, or you can click on the link and book a Zoom meeting directly with me. I'll talk to you soon.